I'm working with one of my favorite belly dance moves, the Omi, or interior hip circle. So circles, figure eights, things like that we do with the hips and or the chest are really great for a lot of reasons. They're really good actually for stretching and strengthening the hips and abdominal region. And when we first start as belly dancers, we learn a lot of bigger movements such as larger or external hip circles. And then as we progress with our dancing and become more comfortable in our bodies, we start to learn these smaller, more internal movements. So we're going to go through a short warm-up, and as you may know, I always very strongly encourage warming up and cooling down as part of your practice, especially for moves like the Omi that are very small, right inside the body. You really want those hips and abdominals to be warm so that your practice is more effective. So I will lead you through a really short warm-up, just a couple exercises that you can do. You can also check out some of my other warm-up tutorials. I'd be happy to create some more for you as well. I do have several listed. And another good option too is maybe taking a short walk, doing maybe 10 minutes of yoga. All of those things are great. So this class today has a little bit for everybody. We start off with nice slow beginner Omis, and I'll walk you through those in a moment. And then we'll go a bit quicker, making it slightly more intermediate or challenging. And then at the very end, I will give you an option where we will add a layer on to our Omis, which is a rather tricky one, actually, that I think my more experienced dancers will enjoy. So as always, go at your own pace and just enjoy practicing. Practicing always will make you better, will make you more comfortable in your body, and just enjoy the movements. Circles really feel good on the body and are great for just connecting and feeling more grounded. So I'm going to turn on our music and we'll go ahead and get started. All right, so as I promised, we're going to do just a real short warm-up. So feel free to use any of these exercises before you dance. So let's take just a moment. Take your feet a little bit wider than hip width apart, toes facing out, arms out to your sides. We're just going to bend down, take a nice big inhale up. Let's do that 2 more times. Down and up, down and up. Let's do that 1 more. This time we're going to reach all the way up and stretch up. Stretch out your abs, stretch your back. Lean over to one side. Inhale, center, other side. Back to center. Release your hands out to your sides and just roll those shoulders back. Even though this is a hips class, circles, I still want that upper body to be loose and relaxed. Good. Let's take our hands out in front, pull your abs in, clasp your hands, and just stretch forward. Good. Feel that stretch in the back of the legs. If you like, you can stay here or drop all the way forward. And maybe just shift the hips a little side to side or shake out your head. Breathe. Always remember to breathe when you're dancing. Let's bend the knees, pull the belly in, and come all the way back up to standing nice and slow. Good. Let's warm up those hips just a hair more. So we're going to just slide the hips side to side, nice and loose. You can go at your pace. I'm doing a little quicker today, but you can go slow. If you find a tight spot somewhere, feel free to hold it. Hands out to the sides or on the hips are fine. Take this time out for you. It's important to approach your dance practice, your performance, anytime you dance, with a positive attitude. Being kind to yourself, knowing that every single time you practice, you're getting better. This is supposed to be fun. Just showing yourself a little love and appreciation. Let's circle those hips around. nice big circles. So as I mentioned in the very beginning, this is what we call an exterior hip circle. So by exterior or external, we mean that the movement is basically the body moving around the skeleton. So it's powered more by what we call the skeletal muscles and less by just the muscles themselves. So switching sides. Again, this is just a little baby warm-up. Feel free if you want to add in a little torso, whatever helps you feel a little looser before we go into those deep internal omis. There's all kinds of circles in belly dance. So as beginners, we start out usually somewhere in this arena, nice and big, just finding those hips. Let's go ahead and finish up this circle and just lean the hips out to one side. You can stay right here, or you can cross one leg out in front and pull the arms up so that you deepen the stretch down the side, getting into what we call the IT band. A lot of these deep hip muscles. Good. Come on up. Other side. Press that hip out. You can stay right here or cross your opposite leg in front. And continue to deepen the stretch by taking the upper body away from that hip you're stretching. Remember to breathe. All right. Good job. So continue on with any other stretches you would like, or let's go into our omis. So feet are going to be about hip width apart, and I'm going to step just a little closer since you don't really need to see my feet right now. So what we're going to do is just start with those omis. And again, our knees are bent, and we're going to push out to the side, the back, the side, and in. So again, different from our big circles, where our hips are really powering the movement, the skeleton. Here, we're going to tuck those hips under and use all these muscles here. Our obliques, our low abs. So just take a moment to find this. And if this is too much for you at any point as we start to progress a little bit faster, feel free to start a little bit farther out and then slowly make the move smaller. Everybody's got a different style of teaching. Mine is more what I like to call from the out in. We start with the bigger moves, maybe moving the whole torso, and then start to refine it, making moves smaller as we get more experienced. All right, so omis, before we start to count it out a bit more, do make sure when you go to the back, you're really just releasing to a neutral position. You're not at any point tucking that bottom out. That can hurt your back. And do make sure, especially if you're new to omis, that after your practice, you cool down and you do a lot of stretches for that low back. We'll do just a couple today. All right, so let's just circle slow to one direction, trying to find those omis. Now, there are a million things we can do with this move. We can walk, we can do dips, lowering, down and up. We can do lots of things. We can go much quicker. But today, we're going to focus just on the omis themselves in this medium tempo and a little faster. And then we'll add in that more advanced variation. But even if you are very advanced, if you're a person who's been dancing for many years, it's always important to practice the basics as well. If you'd like, you can add a little freestyle arms. Maybe take in a nice big inhale as we circle. Do your best, even if this feels a little awkward, to let yourself relax. We'll try not to take ourselves too seriously. I'm a little guilty of that. As you guys know, I was a ballet dancer for 20 years. I went to school for dance. And so it's my life's passion and work. And so yeah, I tend to take it very seriously. But there's also an element of fun about you don't have to be perfect. You just enjoy movement. Good. Let's go just a few more this way, and then we'll go slow the other way. 4, 3, 2. Good. All right. Rub it up the other way. Still keeping this slow to medium tempo. I'm going around, 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 around. If you'd like to do our temple arms pose to the direction we're going, that's a fun little variation we use a lot in belly dance. Hands to temple and then taking the arm, basically pointing the way we're going or where we want our audience to look. Being like, hey, cool thing going this way. Right. Keeping it relaxed. Remember, at any point, shake it out. Maybe do a little shimmy. Just letting those hips be loose. And then you can just join in again when you're ready. So you may find that one side is easier than the other. That's definitely the case for me. In my training initially, we literally only did the omi to one direction. So later on, when I left my first studio, I was very lopsided. This one's my bad side, but we can always get better. We can always improve. Very important to work both sides. All right, we'll do just a few more. You can feel free to freestyle arms, and then we'll go back to side one and go faster. Pull, pull. Do your best. Good. You can do anything you like here. I love belly dance so much because it's so good for our brains as well as our bodies. It's accessible to adult body types, which is amazing, but also doing multiple things at once, so good for us. All right, let's do 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Shake out your legs. Remember, you can always do any little stretches, maybe a little, I call this one windmills. We do this in yoga. Whoop. Good. Shifting those hips. All right, we're going to go back to our first side, which is this direction or whichever side you initially started with. And we're going to go just for a bit faster. Again, just concentrating on the hips. If you'd like to add in some arms or level changes, feel free. But I'm just going to mostly show the hips themselves. So going this way, let's go faster. 1 counters. So we go tuck and tuck and tuck and tuck. See how different this is than if we're out here more external. Good. Tuck, tuck, tummy in, tummy in. I'll stand sideways so you can see. Pull, 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 pull. So you can also notice probably that my knees are bent. That's a big secret in a lot of belly dance hip work, is having a strong knee bend and really connecting to your tummy, to your core here. For this move, it's so important. The part that gives it that beautiful flavor is that tuck, and belly. All right, keep going. Do your best. You can go back to slower at any point, or if you're more advanced, maybe you want to add level change down, or maybe some arms, or maybe a one-legged variation. You can even pull up a foot perhaps in our passe. Good. 5, 6, 5, 6, 7, 8. Good. Nice job. Let's try that quicker 1 count circle to the other direction. Go at your pace. Bend the knees. Let's try. Here we go. Pull, pull, pull. Again, remember, one side may be easier or harder. It's okay. Relax the upper body. It's relatively still. Breathe. You can add some arms with me if you'd like. I like doing this movement, pulling the arms through the center a lot with my students, as it's a good reminder to breathe. Inhale, exhale. And good for the brain, right? Keep going. Again, for my intermediate folks, maybe try to do a little pivot to the side. You can walk, little walks, maybe walking in a circle. Really try to find those low abs, your glutes, this whole pelvic floor region to help pull it in, right? Keep it tight. Good. You're doing great. Just a few more to this side. Freestyle your arms. 4, 3, 2, 1. Woo! Good job. I'm feeling that a little in my quads too. Belly dancers have such strong lower bodies. You should be proud. All right, one last little exercise with our omis today. This is our more advanced variation I was speaking of. So what we're going to do is we're going to combine our omis. Let's see. And we're going to go with that faster variation. We'll try this on either direction, clockwise and counterclockwise. But we're going to add an optional layer. And this is going to be tricky because it'll be several teeny tiny muscle groups all working in opposition. So our add-on optional layer is going to be, we're going to put one foot on the ball. Both knees are bent. And then we're going to take our hip back and forward, forward and back. I call this movement horseshoe hips. So, and I'm showing it very big and exaggerated right now so you can get the move. Beginners, you can try this too. So this is another fun hip movement that you can use anytime, but we're going to keep it softer and a little slower today. Actually, this will probably be our tempo. I'll have to do it and then see, but just try this a couple times front and back. The foot does not come off the floor. Remember, we will be doing omis this whole time as well. Other side, other foot on the toe, and then we go back to front, front to back. Right? And you can play with this as much as you like. It's really a fun and worthwhile move to do in and of itself. Yep. And many of you may know this, but rule number 1 when you're doing lots of quick, tiny internal movements is to make it small and controlled. So we're going to start to this direction, our first direction. Arms are just going to be relaxed. So first we start with those 1 count omis. The next step is we take our foot, let's see what we got here. Okay, so our omis are going to go this way, and our hip is going to be the same as the direction. So for example, I am going counterclockwise, and I have my left hip. So just think about it. If your hips are going this way, then The same foot as the direction will be the side you do your shoe. So it really doesn't matter, honestly, but I just find it easier to do my omis to the direction that my hip is going. So no worries, find what works for you. Let's start our hips to this direction. Good. So we'll do the hips to that side. Hang on one sec. Okay. So we're gonna go circle, circle. This is the speed I have chosen. Feel free if you want to go slower. So once you get that, you're gonna take the foot in the direction you are going and lift it on the toe. So that's already gonna maybe feel a little weird because you've got a little imbalance in your stance. Good. All right. So next step is trying to do that horseshoe. We're gonna go front, back, front, back, front, back, front. And I'm gonna stand sideways so you can see this better. I told you it's weird, right? This is a very intermediate advanced move. You gotta pull those abs. So your abs are basically pulling back as your hip is coming forward. So to the side, get your circle going. I'm gonna bring my arms out this way so you can see me a bit better. Circle, circle. Front foot is on the ball. When you're ready, front, back, front, back, front, back. Pull, pull, omi, 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 omi. Front, back, front, back. Hip, remember, here's our hip. It's going front, back, front, back, front, back. And then we add our circle, front, back. That's hard, right? Don't worry, it'll get better with practice. Front, back. Pull in those abs. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Woo, that was hard. So just something to work towards for me too. You pull it in, front. It's also hard to verbalize while you're doing it because you have to concentrate so hard. But it's fun, right? All right, let's try the other side real quick. So here we go. We'll go to this direction. Circle. Good. One side, remember? Always be a little trickier than the other. Then put your foot, same foot as direction you are going, on the ball. And when you're ready, begin. Front and back. Front, back. Front, back. Don't give up. Front, back. Woo, that's hard, right? To the side, keep trying. Get your circle going. You can start flat foot if you like. And then lift that foot on the toe. And then if you'd like to try this optional variation, begin. Remember, front, back, front, back. Add in the omi when you're ready. Omi, 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 omi. Front, back, back. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Woo! That was hard. That one will take some practice time, yeah? All right, let's take just a moment to stretch it out. Reach up over to one side, stretch your sides, stretch your hips. So definitely go ahead and bend your knees, stretch it forward. Take your time with this one, guys. Allow the torso to come forward and just shift the hips side to side. This one may take some time. Good. If you want, let's do a little twist. One hand in front, reach up. You can also do this from a chair. Reach up. Slowly roll through. Coming all the way up. Good. Let's stretch our quadriceps as well, so you can lunge one foot back. Little lunge. Tuck the pelvis slightly forward. Should get a little stretch through the front hip flexor, a little bit through quadricep. Straighten the front leg. Nice big inhale, exhale. Switch. Lunge. Tuck that pelvis under. And stretch forward. Whoop. You can always use a wall or chair for support. Good. All right, you guys. Thanks for trying these omis with me today. I had a lot of fun. I hope you did too. Keep practicing. Visit this video as much as you need to start to get the hang of it, and I will see you soon. Thanks. Bye.